everybody, and welcome to the November edition of What's New in the Library. We have a lot of cool things in store for you this month. We're going to hear from some teachers, some students about some books they've read. So we have a lot going on this month. I am going to be talking to you about some cool nonfiction books we have. I think a lot of you guys like to read in the fiction section of the library, which is the side fiction means fake. So that's the side of the library that's just chapter books with stories. And I think a lot of you guys stick in that area, but there are so many great books to read in the nonfiction section too. So we're going to be looking at that this month. The first one we're talking about is called Disasters. And this book is about major catastrophes that have happened throughout history, like volcanic eruptions, bad earthquakes, the sinking of the Titanic. It says in the front of the book, catastrophes, both natural and man-made, have the power to destroy thousands of lives very quickly. It talks about the Great Chicago Fire, has real pictures from the events that happened. So this is a super cool one. I think you should check out and learn more about terrible things that have happened. The next one we're going to look at is called Fourth Down and Inches. And this is the kind of chronicles the concussion movement in football and the Professional Football League. A lot of people have had a lot of permanent damage from the concussions they got while playing football, and it's become a really big deal. They've improved helmets, and there are less things you can do to hurt people kind of when you play football. And so this book, really small, quick read about that. And it's got a lot of great information about the history of football and why it is the way it is, and the uniforms they wear, and how we're trying to prevent traumatic brain injury. So again, this one's called Fourth Down and Inches. The next one is a memoir, and that means it's a book about a short section of someone's life. This one's called Hiding Edith. And it's the true story of a Jewish girl who was hidden by several people and protected during World War II and the Holocaust. So she would have been killed by the Nazis had it not been for some people who really risked their own lives to keep Edith safe. So this is called Hiding Edith, and it's an absolutely true story. The last one we're looking at is also tied to World War II. This one's called Unlikely Warrior, a Jewish soldier in Hitler's army. So Adolf Hitler was the kind of the president of Germany during World War II, and he was a pretty mean guy, and he really hated Jewish people. And this is the story of a man who was drafted or forced into the German military, even though he looked at them in the face and said, "I am Jewish." They said, "We don't care, you're going to go fight anyway." So he was forced to fight for Adolf Hitler, a man who was killing people that were of his faith. Really tough situation to have to be in. So this is the story of how a Jewish man survived in Hitler's army. Another great read. This one's a little more higher level for some of our older kids. So I hope you don't forget about all the awesome books hiding in the nonfiction section, and you can check some out this November. Let's see what the kids have to say.
Hi, I'm Jada Lance, and I'm in 6th grade. I'm going to be reviewing Lions of Little Rock. This book is really good because it is about two girls and they're friends, but the struggle is one's black and one's white, and it's segregation. I really think you should read this book.
Hi, my name is Kylie Keith and I'm in the 8th grade. I will be talking about The Selection. The Selection is about 32 girls who get selected to go into marry Prince Maxim. One of these girls does not like the prince at all. Her name is America. And she basically ends up becoming friends with the prince, and changes basically their whole 1 through 8th world around. And it's just a very good experience for her. It's a very good book, and the ending leaves you very surprised and very shocked, and I think everybody should read it.
My name is Faith, and I'm in 5th grade, and I read the book Cursed, and I really liked it because I love romance books, and it was kind of like it had witches in it, and it was kind of paranormal-y, and I really like those too, so I hope you read it.
My name is Adeline Bowling. I'm in Miss Otto's class in 5th grade, and I would definitely recommend the book Wonder. I love it because it's different, but it's also good at the same time. Like, it has some different things in it, and every character has like their own point of view in the book. So I hope you read it. Sequel to this is called Augie and Me, and it's coming in this month.
The book I would like to recommend to you is Legend. This is the first book in a trilogy. Legend, Prodigy, and Champion are the 3 books. I recommend this one because Champion is actually my favorite book. I like this dystopian trilogy because of the way it ends, and in order to find out how it ends, you'll have to read. But Legend is told from two different points of view. The characters are Day and June, and they're two very unlikely people that meet up and realize they have more in common than what they ever would have imagined. And their stories are so different, but the way they come together is really interesting. And I think you'll find this a really great read, and once you get into it, you won't be able to put it down. You better have Prodigy ready to go.
Let's take a quick look at our new books this month. We have the new book in the I Am Number 4 series. This is The Fate of 10. The School of Good and Evil, Book 3. Girl of Nightmares, the sequel to Anna Dressed in Blood. Tomb Quest, Book 3 is here. The Alliance, the newest book in the Surviving Southside series. Timmy Failure, Book 4. Library of Souls, the third book in the Miss Peregrine series. Dead City, Book 3 is here. It's called Dark Days. The Marvels, another book by Brian Selznick, the author of Wonderstruck and Hugo Cabret. George, a great new book recommended by Mrs. Otto. And finally, 2 new books from Rick Riordan. We got a guide to the Greek heroes and his brand new series, Magnus Chase. Come check them out.